What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. The Chaos Awakes has begun, guys. And unfortunately, at the moment, I still do not have the Fusion calendar. If by any chance it drops while I am recording this video, we're going to discuss about it. If not, I am just going to post it in my Discord. I am very busy today with the official launch of Ethereum Restart. I will be doing a live stream on my other channel. If you are interested in that game, feel free to tune by, check it out. Basically, guys, the event dungeon is live. I would now recommend you to focus on it today because we have the Fusion starting. You're going to decide if you're doing it or not. I've already released the Fusion showcase. Feel free to check it out. Short story. I think the champion is decent. The damage on the A1 is okay. A3 is weak. A2 is good. His main speciality, it seems to be Hydra. He sucks in the event dungeon. But either way, check out that video to see if you're interested in the champion or not. Now, as usual, we're going to have a summoning event this weekend, and it will be related to the Fusion. No events in-game just yet. I'm not sure exactly what they are doing. Probably the person that was meant to release all of the events for the Fusion fell asleep at work or something like that. If we are checking the Plarium Play calendar, we have nothing in here either, okay? So definitely somebody fell asleep at work, sorry. Either way, let's quickly talk about the summoning events, guys. Because if you are going for the Fusion, you're going to have to summon anyway, right? Regardless if you like the champions or not. This time around is going to be a 15x chance, so we are expecting to have a champion chase tournament rather than a summon rush. Basically, the very first champion that we have on the list is one of the new champions that were added to the game, and that is Graos Turn Drake. I've tested him a little bit on the test server. My first impression is that he is extremely disappointing, okay? Honestly, it felt super weak, but I will have to basically do a proper guide on him, check him out truly properly, and decide after. Design-wise, he is absolutely insane, like amazing design. Either way, let's quickly talk about his kit. With the A1, we'll ignore 25% of the target's defense, and it will heal all allies that have less than 50% HP. This champion is very conditional. It's all about the enemies having less than 50% HP. Which means that you need to bring somebody else in the mix to drop them to below 50% HP, because he really can do that on his own, okay? Then, moving on to the A2. Cooler of the week. Attacks all enemies twice. Each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense if they are under 50% HP. The first hit has a chance to place defense down. The second hit has a chance to apply block buffs. This will go up to 100% fully booked, and each hit will ignore 25% resistance against targets with less than 50% HP. Now, the A3 is actually pretty nice. An increased defense on all allies and a block damage on all allies for one turn. And you have the passive. If an ally has more than 50% HP and is under any buffs placed by this champion, that ally deals 10% more damage. If an ally has less than 50% HP and is attacked, it takes 10% less damage. Pretty straightforward. Is an HP-based champion. It's kind of more like a debuffer / support. I really do not think that his damage is going to do anything particular, even though if you're paying attention at the stats, and this is very important to know if he's meant to be a damage dealer or not, he has 63% crit damage, which means that he's intended to be more or less somehow a bit of a damage dealer as well. Then, as I've mentioned, I'm not impressed with the champion at all. Maybe I will try to get him over other champions that I already have, at least from the non-void legendaries. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have Feral. Absolutely amazing champion. Good for Hydra, good for Chimera, good for a lot of areas. Crazy good champion. Decreased speed on the A1, block buffs, decreased accuracy, increased resistance, perfect veil, the passive that boosts the stats, boosts the damage as well. Best build for Feral, guys, you have two options. Either you're going with 9-piece protection, either you are going with what's the name of the set? My god, I have like literally I have a brain a brain fart right now. Feral set, okay? Either you're going with a feral set. And I'm just seeing that the Fusion calendar was released, guys. So I'm quickly going to go over the champions. Then at the end, we're going to discuss about the Fusion calendar. Then, moving on to the next one, we have a Mighty Uko, guys. Still a very good champion, especially for Faction Wars hard mode. I'm running mine on a stun set. I still think is the best option. If you need to do conditions like do 15 stuns, 15 provokes, you can put Uko on a provoke set as well, because AoE will decrease attack, the block buffs, strip buffs decrease accuracy, increase speed, revive, the passive. Overall, still a pretty useful champion, even for other content. Curse City, some Doom Tower, Secret Rooms maybe. If we're talking about Arena, still a viable option, but not for the very top Arena. Moving on to the next one, we have Dune Herald Zaharis. I think that is a Barbarian, if I remember it correctly. This one right here, support unit. The A1 has a chance to apply a debuff spread, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies, and has a chance to steal Thermiter. This is more of a newish champion. Attacks an enemy before attacking, has a chance to steal all buffs from the target enemy, then applies a buff spread effect, taking all the buffs from the champion and placing them on all allies, and places a block buffs and block active skill on the target, so on one enemy for 2 turns. You have intercept on a target ally, immunity, and increased speed on all allies. Pretty decent support champion, but nothing too crazy in particular. He doesn't really have like an area where he's like, oh my god, he's so good in that particular area, right? Increase accuracy on all allies at the start of the round, and whenever a debuff on an enemy is removed, expires, or it has its duration decreased, fills the champion's thermometer by 5. You have a speed aura by all battles. You have a speed aura in all battles. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place today, guys. I think he's a decent champion. Now, in terms of builds, it's kind of like, where are you going to use him, right? You can go Relentless, Impulse, Reflex, even a 9-piece protection to boost a bit of damage. You have quite a few options, but mainly you want to have him fast with accuracy. Then, moving on to the next one, we have a Lady Kimi, guys. Still a pretty solid thermometer booster. She can apply the block buffs, the increase accuracy, the increase speed, the decrease accuracy, the decrease speed, the thermometer manipulation. I don't like her aura. A lot of people are still using her in live arena. She is pretty good for PvP, pretty good for PvE as well. Hydra, pretty decent, not necessarily the best. Yeah, Curse City, Faction Wars, she's going to be overall a pretty useful champion. Once again, super fast with accuracy. That's basically the build. Now, gear sets, up to you, whatever you have available. Then, moving on to the Void ones, guys. I really want to get this bad boy. I would love to, but I'm not sure if I'm going to summon Voids. Probably I'll need to think about it. Pey Tilrest, absolutely insane in the Chimera. Very good for Hydra. He is more of a PvE champion. The A1, healing, Thermometer. The A2, cleanse, removes all buffs from all enemies, sorry, not cleanse, then block buffs and decrease speed on all enemies, fills the thermometer of all allies, increase resistance, perfect veil, decreases the cooldowns of all of the skills by 3 turns, which is massive. Thermometer from here. Overall, really solid. Now, when you're building this champion, you need to basically keep in mind that he cannot decrease the cooldowns of his skills. So, Reflex, Impulse, Refresh accessories are useless on him. Relentless is the best build for this champion. Moving on to the next one, guys. We actually have Supreme Gallic. I do not remember when we had him the last time on an event, to be honest. I think he's a very dope champion. Like, HP burn, block buffs, decrease speed, activates the burn, the increased attack on himself, the thermometer that he's getting, the A1 increases the duration of HP burn, and the passive is really solid. Now, I had mine built for a long time in Relentless, plus Cruel, I think. Decent speed, full damage, of course. You do need the accuracy on him as well. I was running him in Hydra. Pretty solid for the Hydra clan boss. Good for Faction Wars. Good for Curse City. You have tons of different areas where you can use him, including dungeons, especially progression-wise. I haven't used him in a while in any of the endgame content except Faction Wars and Curse City. But he's overall a pretty solid champion. I think, in my opinion, the best out of the supreme version of the starter champions is him. Then, moving on to the next one, we have a champion that gives us chills. Tormin the Cold. Great for Faction Wars, great for Arena, great for Curse City, great for progression all around. AoE with a chance to freeze, throw him on a stun set, even on a provoke set, he's going to be amazing. This skill can actually deal a bit of damage as well. The provoke and the interaction with HP burn is actually crazy on the champion, plus the passive. As I've mentioned, builds provoke, stun, savage. You have tons of different options on how you can build a Tormin the Cold. Then we have some epics as well, guys. We're going to have Ugo. Great for Hydra, defense down, and block buffs. Whenever you're seeing a new champion added to the game as a legendary, and it does something similar with this, always remember that Ugo exists as an epic champion, and she's really, really solid, okay? Very good champion. I have two of them built, one on a stun and one on some Affinity Breaker set. Basically, I'm not running her in Hydra anymore, but I used to run her in Hydra for a very long time, and right now in Faction Wars, she's a monster, Curse City, Doom Tower, tons of different areas. Then, moving on to the next one, we have Elisia. She is part of the Mikage fusion. I forgot her faction, to be honest, so I'm quickly gonna check. I think she might be the High Elves one. Elisia, yeah. The only thing that she's good at is to fuse Mikage, basically. So if you're missing this champion, now is your chance to get it done. Fanax. I will be dropping a guide on Fanax this weekend, guys. Not necessarily a guide, but more like a god mode build on Fanax and what he can do in the endgame. This skill is crazy, crazy powerful, so much damage. If you guys remember, but when I made this champion popular a long time ago, my god, like, he was dealing so much damage comparing him with any other champion in the game. And guess what? He's still kind of like in the same freaking situation. Still a top dog, which is really, really good. Then, moving on to the next one, we have a Warcaster as Void Epics. Block damage for one turn, a chance to put block buffs. He's really not that special, but he can help you a bit with the progression in some areas, clan boss and stuff like that. And the last one, we have Basher. Great for Faction Wars, guys, because he increases the cooldowns of skills. You will require that for conditions. Block buffs. Weaken, you can put a stun set on him. You can give him damage if you want. Speed, accuracy is kind of like what is the main thing required from the champion. Now, moving on to more serious issues. The fusion calendar. And let's see. Nothing started in-game just yet. So definitely somebody is asleep right there. Let me just bring it up on the screen if I can. Should be able to. There we go. Let me just make sure I'm moving my big head right in the middle where we have nothing that we can block. So, this is going to be a classic fusion, guys, which means that we're going to have to collect the rares, fuse them into the epic, fuse the epic into the legendary, okay? Most likely, you will get epic copy, as you guys can probably notice, from the Summon Rush, which will start on the 6th of June. Oh, we do have a Summon Rush, not a Champion Chase. Apologies. I mentioned at the beginning that we are expecting a Champion Chase, but it's a Summon Rush. I got it mixed up because when we have 15x, we have Summon Rush. When we have 2x, we have Champion Chase. I don't know why I've mixed them up. So basically, you're going to be able to get him from the Summon Rush. Expect something like 10, 12 Sacred Shards in terms of points to get an Epic Champion. Hopefully not more than that. So, today we have a Dungeon Diver event together with a Spider tournament starting. Spot on, we can farm the Spider, get that done. Tomorrow we have the Summon Rush and a Champion Training tournament starting. We can actually score more points in the Dungeon Diver with that Champion Training tournament. Then Saturday we have a Gear Enhancement. We have the first Arena Takedown event. Then once the Dungeon Diver is done, we're going to have the Ice Golem tournament starting right here on the 8th of June. Do not farm it. Wait till Monday when the second Dungeon Diver event actually starts, because you want to deep in the points as well. Now, this Dungeon Diver right here seems to be pretty trash because you only have one event for it, which is the Ice Golem tournament, okay? So maybe a lot of people might be looking to skip this one if they are doing all of the summoning. Then on Wednesday, we have a gear enhancement event, the second one. On Thursday, we have the Dragon tournament. This doesn't look too good either with the Dungeon Divers, unfortunately, but it looks better than the Ice Golem one and that second Dungeon Divers event. So this Dragon tournament starts exactly after the second Dungeon Diver ends. We have the Champion Chase next Friday. We have the Champion Training event next Friday as well. The third Dungeon Diver event will start on Saturday, the 14th of June. And the second Classic Arena, the same. The third gear enhancement will start on Sunday, the 15th. And the Fire Knight tournament will start on the 15th as well. So, basically, to complete this Dungeon Diver event, you want to start doing the Champion Training event only on Saturday. Talking about farming campaign, if you're just doing stuff in the tavern, you can start doing it from Friday. And then try to double dip the points from the Fire Knight tournament with the Champion Training event and hit that Dungeon Diver event 3. That's the fusion calendar right here, guys. I'm not going to do like a full breakdown because I've done plenty of them in the past. It's pretty straightforward. You will need potions. You will need chickens to rank up these champions, get them into epics, then make them rank 5, ascend them, etc. It will take you around, I mean, it will cost you around 20k energy, I think, more or less, a bit more to do all of the events. That's something that you will gradually accumulate. Plus, of course, if you had some gems saved up and stuff like that, you will need around, I don't even know, around 40 million silver to do all of the gear and enhancement events around there. Not to max them necessarily, but roughly 30-40 million to get champions. And then summoning wise, for the summon rush, if you want to get an epic and skip some of the other events, which is something that I would recommend you, you will need probably around 12 sacred shards, or the equivalent of 12 sacred shards in points. And for the champ chase, it's much easier because you can wait with all of these champions, fuse them during that champion training and champion chase tournament, level them up, rank them up during the champion training event so you get points, fuse them during the champion chase so you get points, and then of course you can fuse some broadmass, some rally keepers, open some ancient shards or something like that, because we will have a 2x, and it's gonna be much easier to complete that one. Either way, that was all for this video, guys. Appreciate all of you guys watching. I will be live on my Skratch Gacha channel where I will be doing Etheria Restart. The global launch is today. That game is really, really good. I know some of you guys do not like the anime graphics and stuff, but the gameplay is really good. The game is very generous. Personally, I had a blast in the beta. This is not sponsored or anything like that. I genuinely really enjoyed the game, so I decided to cover it on a different channel. But either way, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.